Hey YouTube, it's Rarity and I have another duel here. As you can see, I've changed my dueling setup a little bit. I hope you'll enjoy it. I've put a lot of hard work into this. This video has taken me quite a long time, so I hope you'll enjoy. Today we have Burning Abyss versus Nekroz. And if you have yet to see this matchup, it does not play out very well. Nekroz have a very good advantage just naturally over Burning Abyss. And especially the way that everyone's decks were already built does not help. The Nekroz player wins the die roll. He starts off with the Senju, and like I was saying, this is actually the first time I got to play against Nekroz, and it is quite it's quite a good deck, and it has a lot going on. But I feel the biggest part is just the natural disadvantage. So he adds Unicorn to hand from Senju. Next, he uses Clausulus. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. But he grabs Kaleidoscope. And now he activates Kaleidoscope. This deck's search capability is what really truly makes it crazy. So he sends the Herald to the graveyard in order to summon the Unicorn. Then he activates Herald's effect, getting yet again another search. Here he grabs a Cycle. Next he makes an Exceed out of his two monsters on the field, summoning Lavaval Chain, detaching the Cycle to send a monster from the deck to the graveyard, and that monster is Jin, Releaser of Rituals. And I'm sure you all can see where this is going at this point. If you're unfamiliar with Nekroz, they have the Jin lock. So you use a Cycle to banish the Jin, and then summoning Clausulus in defense position. So now I can no longer special summon, however he has a 2300 monster on the field because of that. He activates Preparation of Rites. So as long as that Clausulus is face up, I'm pretty much screwed. With Preparation he grabs Brionic from the deck, and then from the graveyard he's going to grab Cycle. So as you can see, he's gained a lot of card advantage. He's searched and gotten everything off he needed, and I'm seriously disadvantaged at this point. Here we go, yet again another search, discarding Brionic, adding Gungreer. And Gungreer is definitely a problem. So now it's my turn. I can no longer special summon. So obviously something has to be done about this. I don't have Book of Moon, which would be the optimal play, because I know he has Gungreer, but I'm forced to activate Dark Hole. And then at this point, I mean, there's not much I can do if I don't have a natural out like Book of Moon. I can't special summon, so I am forced to simply set, but I'm activating the Lure of Darkness first, and I banish a Libic from my hand, set a monster, and I pass my turn. He summons another Senju, grabbing Trishula. Activating Cycle again, summoning Trishula, and then so he banishes my Dark Hole, my Set Scarm, and MST from my hand, and then activates Strategist effect from the graveyard to grab another Trish, or I'm sorry, a Brionic. He attacks with Senju and Trishula. So now I activate Raigeki, which fortunately, I opened up both of those, but like I said, it wasn't that great. I summoned a Tour Guide, and I get a special summon a Groff off of that. So here I have a clear field, and I'm just going to go for the OTK. I know he hasn't searched a Valkyris, so I'm going for it. I end up milling a Seer as well, so I summon a Libic, and then I summon a Libic from the deck, and then a Groff from the grave. Make another Dante, milling the Libic. Activate Libid's effect to summon Seer from hand, and then special summon Rubik from hand. Here we go. Here's the Acid Golem. So, but of course he had the Valkyris. So, if he didn't have that, it would have been game. Burning Abyss is very, very explosive in its OTK ability. He banished the Unicorn to for Valkyris. So here I'm in a very, very nasty predicament. During my end phase, I add the Tour Guide to my hand. I have a lot of monsters on field though, a lot of a lot of good Burning Abyss monsters as exceed material still, so I still have a chance here. He still has a lot to get over. Sitting at 3,900 though, so I can't take a lot of damage with 2 Dantes in attack position. It's quite bad. So he banishes Kaleidoscope and Clausulus for Kaleidoscope's effect. You can see I milled a Max C there. That would have been quite useful to have in my hand. He's thinking about his choice here. He grabs the mirror off of Kaleidoscope. Then next he starts off with, or continues rather, again, he's thinking really cautiously. He wants to put me in a very, very bad position. He doesn't want to leave me with a chance, because you know, he saw I could have OTK'd him last turn, and if he leaves me with something on the field, I could very easily do it again next turn. He discards Brionic. You can see I'm reading a lot of the cards just to make sure I have a rough idea of the effects and everything. He grabs a Unicorn. But like I said, after this, I'm going to do a lot of changes to my deck. You know, the meta's changed. Other things are going on. Banishes Cycle and a Brio to add Kaleidoscope. He activates Kaleidoscope. Oh, yeah. No, first he activates Dark Hole. So here I got a lot of effects going off now. I have 2 Dantes, a Groff, and a Seer. And I want to try to set up the best defensive wall possible at this point. So Seer is going to then special summon a Libic from my hand. And then my Dante targets will be Rubik, and the other target will be Dante. And then I get a special summon off Groff, and I summon Skarm from the deck. So here I feel I might have some kind of a chance of not being destroyed. Like I said, I have 3,900, so I need to hold on to all the defense I can. That's why I did summon the Libic, although it wasn't the most optimal play at the moment, but seeing that Seer and Groff are already activated. So he activates Kaleidoscope, summoning Unicorn. And then grabbing Unicorn, pitching it, and then activating Mirror, banishing Strategist for Trishula, and here's Trishula just wrecks this deck completely. Kills a Dante from the graveyard, the Skarm on my field, and hitting the Tour Guide out of my hand. Now this is the very, very bad play. So he attacks over my Libic and then swings for 2,700. And then I just scoop. Opened up, or drew into a Fire Lake. But I hope you all stay tuned for Game 2. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Rarity. Peace out.